On the outskirts of the village, shrouded in mist and shadowed by ancient trees, stood Butong Kadira, the House of Ghosts. It was a crumbling mansion, its windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world. Villagers told stories of its past, of a family lost to tragedy, their souls unable to find peace. No one dared to approach the house. Those who did were never seen again. The house stood as a silent testament to fear, a looming presence that cast a long shadow over the village. Its walls seemed to whisper on the wind, carrying tales of sorrow and despair. The villagers avoided even looking at it, their hearts filled with dread at the mere thought of its existence. The path leading to the house was consumed by weeds, a testament to years of neglect. The iron gates hung precariously from their hinges, groaning mournfully when the wind blew. Even the bravest of men hesitated before its threshold, feeling the weight of unseen eyes upon them. The house was a monument to fear, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lay hidden beneath the surface of the world. It stood alone, a pariah among the homes of the living, a place where shadows danced and whispers taunted the night. Rakesh, Arjun, and Manish were inseparable friends, their bond forged in the fires of youth and adventure. They laughed at danger, scoffed at superstition, their youthful arrogance a shield against the unknown. One night, fueled by bravado and a thirst for the thrill of the unknown, they decided to conquer the legend of Butong Kadira. The villagers warned them, their faces etched with fear, their voices trembling as they recounted the horrors that awaited within the house. But the friends, blinded by their youthful confidence, paid no heed to their pleas. They dismissed the villagers' concerns as the ramblings of old men, their minds clouded by superstition. Armed with a flashlight and their unwavering sense of bravado, the three friends set off into the night. The moon was hidden behind a veil of clouds, casting an eerie glow upon the path that led to the house. With each step, they ventured further into the heart of the unknown, their laughter echoing through the stillness of the night. They reached the gates, their metal bars twisted and gnarled like the claws of some ancient beast. The air grew heavy, the silence punctuated only by the sound of their own breathing. With a final, defiant laugh, they pushed open the gates and stepped inside. The interior of the house was shrouded in an almost tangible darkness. Cobwebs hung from every corner, thick with dust and the passage of time. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, a musty odor that clung to their clothes and sent shivers down their spines. For the first hour, their laughter echoed through the empty halls, a feeble attempt to dispel the growing sense of unease. They joked about ghosts and ghouls, their voices a pale imitation of the confidence they had displayed earlier. But as the night wore on, their laughter faded, replaced by an unnerving silence. A cold wind began to blow through the house, whistling through the broken windows and sending shivers down their spines. Their flashlight flickered, casting grotesque shadows that danced across the walls. The temperature plummeted, the air growing heavy with a palpable sense of dread. Manish swore he heard his name whispered, a faint, ethereal voice that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. He spun around, his heart pounding in his chest, but there was nothing there. His friends laughed nervously, their faces pale in the flickering light of the flashlight. A sound, soft at first, then growing louder, reached their ears. Footsteps, heavy, measured steps that echoed through the hallway outside the room. The flashlight flickered once more and died, plunging them into absolute darkness. Terror, cold and suffocating, gripped their hearts. Then a laugh, chilling in its age and malice, seemed to fill the house. It was the sound of pure evil, ancient and powerful, reveling in their terror. The boys huddled together, their eyes wide with fear, their bodies trembling uncontrollably. A white mist began to gather in the center of the room, swirling and coalescing into the shape of a woman. She was draped in a white sari, her long black hair cascading down her back. Her face was obscured by the shadows, but her eyes burned with a cold, malevolent light. They scrambled to their feet, their only thought to escape the nightmare that had ensnared them. But as they fumbled for the door, it slammed shut with a resounding boom. They were trapped, their screams echoing through the empty house, their pleas for mercy swallowed by the darkness. The next morning, the villagers found the doors of Bhutan Kadira wide open. Inside, they found only torn clothes and the lingering echoes of screams. Rakesh, Arjun and Manish were never seen again. The house stood silent once more, a grim testament to the price of youthful arrogance and the terrible truth of the legends.